Hi everyone, it's Paul from Denby Honey. How we all doing? Yeah, it's been a miserable week again with the weather. I think we had one nice day, and that one or probably two nice days last week. The bees did come out, which was nice to see. Yeah, I've been doing lots of stuff. I've got a new, I don't know if you've seen my shorts and that. I've got a new creaming machine now, a Lyson creaming machine. Absolutely brilliant. I'll do a review on it as soon as I can. What I'm doing now, it's Saturday morning, and I've been asked if I'd like to go and help out, tidy up the like a work party at my club's training apiary today. So I'm going to go up there now. The boss, the wife, she's gone out delivering a few jars of honey for me on her way to the to go and get her shopping, which is brilliant. And yeah, so we're going to go and do that. The weather still looks like it's going to rain, to be honest. But I'll catch you later on when I get back. See you in a bit. Righto, that's done now. They done a bit of tidying up around the apiary. Couple of hours. Really enjoyed that. Got stung on the under my nose as well. That hurt. That stung a bit, to be fair. Yeah, but it looks not a lot better now. We've sorted that out and had a bit of a tidy up. I'm going to go home now, driving home now, and probably go and do some of our bees as well. Catch you in a bit. Hey up, just in the workshop. Before we go up there and check the bees for food and that, I'm going to knock a few slabs of fondant up. So I'll do a quick video on that, show you how we do it again. And then what we'll do, we'll go, well actually, after we've done that, we're going to go right to B&Q or another hardware shop and get some paint so I can paint me supers that I bought, because I buy them unpainted because you get them a little bit cheaper. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll get the fondant sorted. It's here. Big slabs of it. And don't forget these if you watch my previous videos. Plasterer's scrape. I think it's a plasterer's scrape. Get a stainless steel one. Screw fix this was from. Tool station deal. The old deal. Fantastic for cutting your fondant. Much easier than a knife, and actually I think it's a bit safer as well. So yeah, so I'll crack on with that. I'll leave the video rolling, and you can watch me. All right, that's that done. So if you see, look, we've got, I don't know, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18. That'll do us now. I can't see us having to make any more of that. We might not even use that today once I check on the hives, but we'll have a look later. What I do, look, just put them in the back of my quad. I've got like a little compartment, little thing on the back. I'll put them all in there so they're ready to go up there, and then we'll go up there, do an inspection. And if they need some fondant, we'll put that on. But like I said, I think that'll be it for now. And whatever we don't use out of them, I'll probably just stick in the freezer, and they'll be good for when we need them again next year now, I'd imagine. Right, B&Q next. Oh no, I'll tell you what I've got to do first. I've got 2 honey deliveries. I've got to do them on the way to B&Q, and then we'll go and get some paint. Right, I'm just about to head off to go and get the paint and then do the delivery when we get back, well, on the way back. But what I wanted to show you, this is how we deliver our honey. This is how you get your honey. Normally, you have a little bag, look, with our brand on both sides. And then inside the bag, what we tend to do is supply you with a leaflet. You can scan that there as well. That takes you to our website, business card, just everything about us on there, so you can have a look, go to the website, and also order more if you like it. And then here's the honey. So everyone knows we live in Corley. Well, most of you know that we live in Corley in Coventry. So we call our honey Corley Gold because that's where it's from. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'm gonna put that back in the bag. Now we'll go to B&Q and find a colour. I don't know what colour we're going to get yet. Something nice. I only buy a litre buy a litre, then when that's gone, we'll get another one and try another colour. So it's nice to just vary around a bit. Right, let's crack on. Guess what? I've just turned up at B&Q, yeah, and they don't open till 10 AM because it's Sunday, and it's only 9:30. Does me head in when that happens. Right, I managed to get in now. Like I said earlier, I didn't realise I didn't open till 10. So we're going to choose some colours, and I've just chose one, this, just down here. That colour, I think that'll look nice on the supers. So we're just going to get that mixed now, and we'll get that back home and start painting. Here we go, we've got the colour paint now, what we wanted. We're going to be painting some supers later when we get back home. Righto, here we are, we're up at the apiary. This is our Grove apiary. Just got up here. It was nice this morning when I got up. Now it's got really cold again, so we won't be seeing any activity outside these from these girls today, unless it warms up later on, but it looks like it's going to be like this all day. It even tried to rain a minute ago. So what we've got, look, brought some fondant up. A load of fondant that I showed you making earlier, and we're going to go through these hives, check the weight of them, and if they need any fondant, we'll put some on. Let's crack on. Okay then, we'll start with this one on the end here. I've got my fondant, look. We'll have a look and crack the lid off and see if they need any. I'm going to try these blue gloves out this season. They're long cuffed nitrile gloves, but they seem to be a little bit thicker than the normal, and they feel really good. So we're going to give them a go and see how sting proof they really are, because you can feel stuff a lot better through them. So that's what we're going to try, but obviously if it's a real aggressive hive, I shall put my heavyweight gloves on. Let's have a look. These have still got plenty of fondant in them. Yeah, they're taking that down lovely. So they're all right. As long as they've got some, you see. As long as they've got some fondant in, you know you're on a winner. So that one, actually I'll show you, I can show you. So we've lifted the lid off, look. And if you look in there, you can just see where they started to take it. That's the beauty of these takeaway tubs. So they're clear, so you can see if there's anything going on. Right, that's number one, hive number one done, sorted. I think we've got about another 10 or 11 to have a look through today, just to see if they've got enough. And then I think that'll be the weather, depending on the weather, but I don't think we're going to need any more. See, they're taking this down lovely now. They've just started taking it down. This is the, let me just show you the nuke. Look at here, this is what you call a busy hive. See, they've just started taking that block of fondant. Stood on. It's been on there for ages and they've not touched it. Now the temperatures are rising. I'm just going to feel the weight of the hive as well. Yeah, it's a bit lighter than what it was, but now that the temperatures started rising, they started taking that down. Now, I'll be honest with you. Now that's probably all these will get now in this nuke. I don't think they're going to need any more. You can see them all in the top. See them all in the top. This. Probably a couple of weeks' time, depending on the weather again, we'll stick them in a full size. Righto, I'm going to walk along to this one now. Another 5 here. So we've put one on and missed one. So we'll crack on and open these ones up. This would be interesting to see what these are doing. I've really no clue really what we're gonna find when we lift the lid off the roof off to the crown board. We'll see. Let's have a look, and we'll see if they want any more food. I'll also check the weight again, and we'll see what's going on. But let's lift the lid off. Shame they're not flying. It'd be nice to see them flying today, but oh well. Let's take this lid off. Look at that. So they've got all the fondant, and it's really light, that is. So I'm going to put some fondant on straight away. See, they're all in there. That's great. It's quite light, so as a precautionary measure, we'll put another one on. Dead easy. Watch this. Take the old one off, put the new one on. That's it. That's all we have to do. And I'm going to put the lid back on like that. They've come out just to say hello to me, but that's good. At least we know we've got one on for them. We'll turn the camera around. I'm quite pleased with that one, because that is me the Buckfast one of the Buckfast queens I bought last year. So I'm glad, fingers crossed, that they're going to make it. Let me just go to the quad bike and get a little bit more fondant. That's another tip as well. When you get your fondant, if you put them in these tubs, put it in so it's not all the way to the top. Then you can get the lids off easy. Because if you get them too full and you put the lid on, see it sticks, the lid sticks to it, and it splits the lid sometimes. So you just want to have it like that. Right, we'll have a look at this baby. These are all right. I'll show you. They're eating it, so it's another good sign. There you go, look. They're on it. Sorry about that, the camera stand. They're on it, look. You see that? Great. Oops, well, but I fell over then. Right there on it, right. I'll just stop the camera. Hang on. The next one. Let's see what's going on in here. See, that's empty as well, so I'm going to put another one empty. See if what the weight's doing. Yeah, it's a little bit light. It's not massively light. This is where you got to be so careful, and it can catch you out. You know, you might think, oh, they'll be all right, but because that is very light, the hive's very light, I'm going to just put another one on. Because you never know with this weather what's around the corner. Look at that, look, they're all coming out. But they're actually building some comb there. I'm going to gently put that on. Try not to squash any girls. Yeah, I think we're all right there. Yeah, I think we're all right. Just going to leave a little hole there so they can get back in. Just so they can get back in if they're stuck in the roof. And they're all right. And we'll put that on the top. Like that. And what I'll do, when I come up to take it all away, I'll just lift the lot off. You know, the two. I'll keep stacking them, all the rubbish. Then I'll come up, take the lids off, and I'll take everything away and put them in a bin. Recycle bin. That's good. That's another good sign. As I could say, you know, it's one of them situations at the moment. You're like, do I put any more on or don't I? You know? So you got to just feel the weight of the colony. And if it does feel a bit light, you know, I mean, really, it's only March the 1st. So, you know, we've got a couple of weeks to go yet before it really starts kicking off the weather. So, yep, I'm happy with that. That's safe. And another thing as well, always double check your lids before you go away and leave them. The amount of times I've double checked and I've gone back, you know, I've double checked and had a quick look back and the blinking lids ain't on right. Especially in the summer when the season's, well, spring and summer, when the season's kicking off and they've got that many bees around you, sometimes you want to get away from the hive as soon as you can. And that's where you can make mistakes. But no, we're all right so far. Just had one down my blinking shoe. That's all right, it'll be all right. Right, let's have a look at this one. Any more for any more? This one as well, look. Feel the weight. Yeah, a little bit more for security. Take you to that one and show you as well. Here they all are, look. Take this off, look. Show you, look. I'm trying to do this one-handed now. See if it works. Yep, we're getting there. Right, here's me fondant. And what we're going to do is take that one off, look. Gentle as we can and drop another one on for them. There we go. There we go. That's that one. Nice. There's the lid, look. Pick the lid up. Never leave any rubbish. And this little one there, little bee there. Put her on there, my finger, look. And just tap her down there, says you can here, look. This one here, look. Just tap her. Come on, darling. Come on. That's it, she's up. She's up. Come on. Come on. That's it. Flipped her out of the way. Whoops. Trying to do everything with one hand at the minute. Well, that's that. Then we've got the nuke up here then. And I don't think the nuke will need any, but we'll see. It's a good job I've done some fondant. Brought some extra fondant up. That's them done. Right, let's have a look in here. No, these are all right. I'll show you these. There they are, look. Look at them all in there, look. I feel the weight of this actually. Yeah, it's fairly light. And I know last time when I come and had a look in here, the cluster was all at the front. So I did turn this crown board round and made sure they've got some there. That's good. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with all of them today. They're all showing good signs, healthy bees, and I do think I'm getting the advantages now of treating my colonies sort of middle of August with the strips and that. I think it's a massive, rather than leaving it any later, I think it's a massive benefit for your colonies, I really do. Right, I'll put the lid on this one and then we'll go back to the next apiary, the bluebell apiary, and see how they're getting on. Be interesting to see how the double brood's getting on. I'd imagine they'll want some food. Yeah, it's a bit cold today. Yeah, it really is. I've got a stung on my ankle. I think what happened, it fell down my trousers and it went into the bottom of my boot. One of them just stung me on the ankle. So that's, I can feel that at the moment. It's not too bad. When I was at the training apiary earlier, I got stung under my nose, just there. I think that's got to be one of the most painful places. And all my top lip went numb for about an hour. But I was thinking, oh, this is going to get embarrassing. My face all swelled up. And I got a little story about that as well. Last season, I got stung on my face, just here. And all my face swelled up quite a bit. And you know on your phone when you go to unlock it with face recognition, the phone wouldn't, it just says don't recognise you. So your face was swelled up that much, the phone did. They wouldn't recognise you to unlock the phone. Yeah, dead funny. I just thought you'd like to have a bit of useless information. Right, let's crack on. Let's go down the bluebell apiary and see what's going on down there. Here we are, coming up to it. I'll be up again later with my Labrador. Right, let's check these bad boys. Or should I say bad girls. Up at the apiary. Excuse me for snivelling, I've got a bit of a, I don't know if it's the back end of a cold I had or what, but I've got a snivelly nose today. With the last few days. Let's have a look. Feel the weight. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I want a bit more. I'm going to put some more on, you know. I am. I'm going to put a little bit more on. Although saying that, you know, if you look at this, look, there's still some fondant in there. See in that corner. See it there. You know what? I'm not going to put any on these. It feels quite heavy. I'm just weighing it here. Yeah, it feels quite heavy. Decisions, innit? I'm going to leave that one, I think, because they've still got a bit left. See what happens with the weather. If the weather turns for the worst and they really can't get out, I can come back. It don't take far. Actually, what I'll do, you know, I'll leave the fondant in the lid. Right, so if I come up and they've not got any, probably tomorrow, you know, whatever, when I come and bring the dog up, I've always got something just to drop on. I'll do that. Saves me carrying it up, doesn't it? We'll do that. I don't really want to be giving them any now. The reason behind that is, what you want to try and do is leave enough room in the brood nest now coming into spring. You don't want them filling it with food, the brood nest with syrup or food. You want enough room in there so that they can put some eggs in there so the queen can lay eggs and you get plenty of brood, you know what I mean? That's the theory behind it anyway. So we'll leave it at that. They're out, they've come out, I'll show you. This is one of my own queens, this is. That I let them make one, so it would be a buckfast. I think they call them F2s. So that's what that is. I'm really interested this year, because I've done that with a few of mine this year, hives. I didn't buy hardly nearly as many queens as last season as the season before. I let them make their own queens, because the weather were really good. And it'll be interesting to see whether, well, if we have the kind of similar weather, what the honey yields would be from F2 buckfast, because I've got a few of them in and the temperaments as well. Right, we've got this, the double brood. This is my best honey producer of all time. And this is a green buckfast queen, and she was the only one out of all my hives that never tried to swarm. Is that because I double brooded them? Probably. Can't say that for 100% sure, but I think that's what it was. So, what I'm going to do with her is when the season kicks off, I've already spoke to a few people, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bottom brood off. In a couple of weeks, this is coming off, because the queen, make sure she's up there. Take that away. If there is any brood, I'll put it back in there. And then have it as a single, and then I'll put a fresh double on the top. Probably have fresh foundation and stuff as well. I'm also this year going to do a few shuck swarms. So when I say a few, probably one or two, and a couple of Bailey comb changes as well, just because I need to be getting good at them, or actually get some practicing on them, because if you do any more exams, which I'm going to do, some of them they'll want you to practice swarm, you know, shuck swarm and stuff like that. So if we can do them on my own apiaries, build my confidence up, and we can do them on these. Yeah, let me show you in here. Look, with this blinking stand doing me head in. Yeah, look, here they are. Look. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this on very gently on the top there, like that, and then these ones, just tap them off. Tap them off like that. Come on. Move it out of the way. That's it. We'll put the lid back on. Let's move that camera around there so you can see what I'm doing again. That lid's going to go back on. They're all looking good, you know. They're all looking good. So far, so good. So this one, we'll be re-queening this year, because she's a green queen, so she'll have a new queen in anyway. And what I'll do with the old one is I'll probably retire her off, put her in a nice other hive and just put her somewhere. I've got a nice area. You've not seen that yet, but I found a nice area where I'm going to put all my old queens in hives so they can retire. And if they get any much honey off them, that's a bonus. Because believe it or not, it sounds a bit weird. I was having this conversation yesterday actually with a lady up at the club, and you get, if you're a beekeeper, which most of you are watching this, you'll probably understand, but you can get quite attached to some of the queens. I know, it sounds a bit strange, doesn't it? But it ain't. No, this one, look, they're in there. They're tucking away at that. There's still plenty of in there for them. Well, let me show you. I was a bit worried about this one, but they're taking it now, look, and they're there, look, eating it. So we're all right. We'll leave that in there for them. Okay, so they're all right. Then we've got one left. Yeah, but well, like I said, you get attached to them, and I don't want to squish them. The nasty ones I don't mind squishing. If you've got a good one, you feel a bit, I don't know if you call it loyal or what, but and it's a bit of a, I don't want to squish them, basically. Excuse me. Right, we'll have a look at this last one. We've got 3 more down at the residence. One of them's a Carnolian queen, which I'll definitely be taking a couple of splits off this year. We've got 3 down there, but I've done them yesterday. I had a spare 5 minutes, so I went down there because it's right next to the house. So basically, I can just walk across it and check it. And it only takes 5 minutes. So I've done that yesterday, and they wanted fondant as well. So they're all taking a bit more fondant down because they're a bit more active. Here, look, this one here. This is a new. This one, I couldn't find the queen coming into the winter, so I just took a gamble, put some food on, and hopefully she's in there. But they're taking their fondant down as well. There, let's put that round there. These are quite good as well, you know. I do wash it regular as well, keep it in a sterilising solution. I think it's horsehair, got it from Thorns. Good for brushing the bees off. It's a bit gentle, you know, gentle on them. So, yep, that's good. I'm happy with that. So, oh, look at this, what I've just found as well. See that, right? You know what that is. It's when you buy a queen, that's what she comes in, okay? Can you see that? That's what she comes in. Well, I'll tell you what happened with this. The queen come, and you have fondant in there, look. In that end, it's blocked with fondant and a tab. Right, ignore that bit, that should be in there. And what happens is, you take the tab off, you put that in there, they both eat the way through the fondant, then the queen comes out. It's a slow release, so the hive accepts her a bit more easily, right? Well, this one, what happened with this one, she come out of the cage, they accepted her, and I've had this happen twice now. They accepted her, and I went in there, and she'd been laying eggs, she'd laid eggs, so I was really happy about that. And then about 2 weeks later, scared me then. 2 weeks later, I went back in, because once they're in there being accepted, you don't need to go in every week. So I think about 2 weeks later, I went back in there, and what they'd done, they'd killed the queen, and they'd raised their own. They'd raised their own queen. Yeah, they'd raised their own queen. So what actually happened then? They accepted her. She laid some eggs, and then they killed her, and decided that they were going to raise their own queen. So that 50 quid down the drain. That's the only trouble with buying queens, and that's what's made me kind of start trying to rear my own. I think when there is a course available with someone, I shall do a queen rearing course going forward and start rearing my own queens. Because if you start buying them, especially when you're only a small sort of hobby beekeeper like us, 50 quid a time, and then they can kill her. It's not guaranteed that your queen's going to be accepted. And it's like 50 quid normally, it's around 50 quid. I mean, they say about £40, and then you got to pay postage. It's not guaranteed that they're going to accept her. So everyone who's bought queens, would have had, very rarely you get 100% success rate. So out of 10 queens, I don't know what the percentages are, but you probably have 2 that are not accepted. I can't see 10 if you're really, really lucky, but 2. I don't know what the average is. Somebody probably knows who's watching this. If you do, drop them down in the comments. But from my experience, it can work out quite costly. So so this year, probably try and get on a queen rearing course of some sort, of course. Learn how to do some queen rearing, or I should go and visit one of my mentors and let them show me. So if you're watching this, you probably know who you are. We're going to come and see. So right, we're going to crack on. We'll go down home, and we'll finish off the video when we get down home. All right, see you in a minute. Rightio, then we're back down home now in the workshop. We've checked all the bees today. We've been up and put some fondant on some of them that needed it, I think. It's always a bit of a gamble not to put any on. And I suppose you could say it's a gamble when you do put some on this time of year, but I don't know. I'd rather struggle with the problem of having too much food in the stores than be starving it all day long. So that's what we've done. Apart from one, and I'll check that a couple of times in the week, depending on the weather, innit? I mean, they're getting out, pulling in pollen now, but there's probably not that much nectar about. So, it's a double-edged sword, really. But we'll get there. It's all about the next 2 or 3 weeks, I think, in my opinion. And then I did find some wild comb in one of the feeders. So, they are expanding, I think, which, if you're not careful, could catch us out. Last year, they caught us out. They were a bit earlier than I thought. So I'm mindful of that this year. And I've got my supers all ready to go on. Because, in all honesty, we get quite a good spring flow here. I don't know if it's all the trees being next to the wood and that, but it seems to be a better flow than the summer. Not a great deal better, but it does seem better. So I've got my finger on the pulse with that, and we'll just keep our eye on it. Before then, we'll put if the nukes look strong enough. I mean, that one earlier looked really strong, the one I showed you. that's ready to go into a full hive, in my opinion. So, you know, within the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll get them in a full hive, get some syrup down them, and they'll be able to build that out, and then hopefully we'll get some honey off them this year, which is bang on. Going back to the bee show last week, we had a good look round, and it's great to go and look round all the stands. And you know, you see a lot online. I mean, I research everything. When I say research, I go down that road, every fine detail I have a look at, even down to how heavy the gear is and all stuff like that. But it's nice to be actually good to the show and have a walk around and get your hands on it and feel what it's like and all that. So I've done that at the bee show. And then I'm a bit of one of these after then think about what I'm going to do. So when we got home, I had done a lot of thinking. And this bit that I'm going to tell you now, I'm not sponsored by anyone at all. It's all been bought with our own money. And it's all down to my opinion and how I review things and what I think they're going to be like. I do also talk to some other YouTubers. One in particular I'd like to say thank you. He's quite a big YouTuber actually. When I say big, I mean, you know, he's got a lot of followers, and I've actually spoke to him. I spoke to him at the show, and he's gave me some great advice. So I want to thank you for that. I won't mention his name, but he told me about creaming machines, and I've had a conversation with him today about Instavaps as well, and where to get them from, which is all good information. I think you're a fool if you don't listen to other people, take their advice. I listen to people's advice and I take it on board, and I usually go with what their advice is, to be honest, because at the end of the day, they know much better than what I do. They've probably forgot more than I have, some of these big YouTubers and, you know, big beekeepers. So I appreciate their time, hell of a lot. So what we've gone for in the end, so what we've done, we've pulled the trigger on a creaming machine, and also we've pulled the trigger on a warming cabinet. I got the creaming machine from Mabello in the end, a licensed creaming machine and liquefier. It's only the small one, it's 50 litre. I'll put a picture in there now. And to be honest with you, I was a bit worried about it being too small, but actually 50 litre is quite big and it's more than enough size for me. I'm really excited. I'm actually using that now. I've got some creamed honey on the go. I'll put a picture in there as well. That's doing that as we speak. So I'm looking forward to finding out what that's going to be like compared to making it by hand, because we sell a lot of cream honey, it does really well, and I want to just get that edge, you know, perfect that cream of the honey. So you want to be top of your game, and you know, if you're going to do something, you've got to do it right. And the only way forward with one of them really to get it any better is with a machine, because the machine will stir it every hour and then lets it rest. Now, you ain't going to be getting up in the night and doing all that. The machine does it all for you. And from what I've seen today, and I've tasted a bit, it's so smooth, it's amazing. So what I will do a review on that, but I want to have a little play with it first, see what we think, and then I'll do my review based on my experience with the machine. So we got that from there. And then I had another look round, and I've gone, pulled the trigger on a warming cabinet. I got that from Tektron UK, a guy called Darius, really nice bloke. I went on his stand and had a look around the warming cabinet. He was dead busy that day, so I didn't really get much time to spend with Darius, but he's there when you want him, if you want to ring him up or whatever. And he's since messaged me apologising that he didn't spend much time with me, which, you know, he didn't have to do that, but it's really kind of him to do that. And we bought a warming cabinet from him. It's a big one. I think it's got 4 shelves, because that's kind of my bottleneck now, is the warming cabinet. I've made do with the one I made, the old washing machine with the heating element in. It's all insulated. That's been perfect, but we're kind of getting beyond that now. So I need a proper warming cabinet. So we've ordered one of them. I'll do a review on that. I'll put some pictures up of that as well when it comes. We've not got it yet. I'll put a picture up now from their website. That's what that looks like. That's there, and it's really good value for money, and you know, I don't think you'll beat it, to be honest. It's really good. And like I said, I'll review that when that comes. I think that's coming next Friday. The creamer come last Friday, and that's coming next Friday. So really looking forward to getting that. They were the two bottlenecks, the creamer and that at the minute. That's going to help us out no end. And then my only other one at the moment is my actual decapping tray. I'm still looking at them. I've got one, but it's nowhere near big enough. So I'm still looking at them, an actual like a table that you do all your decapping in. I'm also looking at this machine that you roll in and out, and it scores the frames. The only problem with that is you don't really get any wax from it. And what I didn't enjoy doing the last couple of years is decapping, cutting all the wax cappings off. But I decided to use the wax last year, for making some candles, and I sold them all at the Christmas fairs really quickly, and we've done quite well on them. So I will do them again this year. So I will be decapping. So I think my next thing I'm going to buy will be an actual tray, but that'll probably be next season now. Got to save up a bit more money. You know, as you know, good kit is expensive. There's a saying, buy cheap, you buy twice. You really do. I've done that over a few years. I've had a few hobbies, and it always works out that you end up buying the good stuff in the end. So now, it's like with everything. I'll just buy the best, in my opinion, that, you know, in my opinion, and the reviews and all that. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but we do. So that's cool. So that's about it, guys. I've got some paint. I went and bought some paint from B&Q, you saw earlier. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm going to go in home, cup of tea, put some TV on and paint me supers. I've got 5 to do, and I've got 1 nuke to paint. So I'll say this, and I've said it before. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you like what you've seen, and also take a look at our website, and it tells you all about us on there. Catch you later in the next video, guys.